What it do, y'all, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm so excited to show you guys about a year's worth of empty products. These are all in the category of the beauty space and sphere. So it can range from nail polish to deodorant to mouthwash, all the way to makeup and skincare and everything and anything in between. I'm so happy with the amount of empty products that I have here, especially because of the fact that I took such a long period of time off from YouTube. It still just shows that I'm using my products, and that truly is what this is about. Hopefully in this video I can show you guys kind of what I would highly recommend, give you kind of mini product reviews, so in case you are interested in any of these singular products, you get that information. So without further ado, I'm actually going to go ahead and start with the nail polish that is currently on my nails. I've had this for quite some time. This was actually recommended to me, this brand was recommended to me by a friend who had a family member that actually was a professional kind of nail polish person, manicurist. What is the name of that job? Nail tech. Woo! So she was a nail tech, and this was a brand that was recommended as kind of for non-professionals that want to have a professional type of manicure. So this is the C&D Vinyl Luxe Weekly Polish, and this is in the shade Rubble 144. Now granted, I'm not going to sit here and say that this polish is actually completely empty, but it has gotten to the point where the polish is chunky and it's hard to actually get enough product for a full manicure. It took me some maneuvering to fully do my nails, and I actually recently did them, which reminded me that I needed to just go ahead and chuck this. I have so many nail polishes and I adore all of them, do not get me wrong. I've already gone ahead and kind of curated my nail polish collection, but I am just going to say that I got my use out of this and I'm very, very happy for it. I highly recommend doing your nails at home. You can really save a buck. So happy that I did it. Highly recommend this formula. It dries quite nicely. It's very opaque. It levels itself, which is really, really nice, and it lasts for a good amount of time. So very, very happy about that. Okay, next things first, and I didn't tell you, I'm just kind of grabbing out of this huge basket. There's truly no rhyme or reason. I kind of got hooked on this mouthwash. I saw it at Ulta and I kind of just thought, I can get something at Ulta, get some more points that I actually need. Why not? And so I've kind of been hooked on it ever since. And funny enough, since I found it at the one Ulta in Maryland, I've not found it at a single Ulta here in North Carolina. So there's that. But either way, I'm kind of hooked on this mouthwash. I like it. I think it stings less than other mouthwashes. Is the flavor great? For this one, not so much. I think I have a different flavor this time. I don't really care, right? It's in a minute or two of your time. I could care less if it's disgusting, as long as it just doesn't sting and be like obnoxious for no reason. Let's do a makeup item. So this is something I am so proud to say I finished. So this is the One Size On Till Dawn mattifying setting spray. If you know anything about me, I love a skin finish that is very, very kind of glossy, very skin-like. You could kind of not know that I'm actually wearing makeup if you don't actually check, right? Or if you don't get real close. Basically, I feel like today's makeup is looking nice. I have had it on for quite some time, so that's probably why. But besides the point, this setting spray, in my opinion, does not do that, right? It really mattifies the skin, which is good. But for me, for my aesthetic, my vibes, that's not what I like. So I kind of just really put this in my project pan for last year to just finish it, and I finally did. So that's all that matters. Keeping it going, let's talk about a couple of soaps. I have quite a few soaps. If you guys did not know, I went through a period where I was stalking Bath & Body Works left and right. I've gotten a lot better. I don't really go nearly as often, but I have quite a lot of soaps empties here. So I have multiple of the Girlfriend, both in the foaming and in the gel. I also have a Cocoa Paradise. I always recommend these scents. These are two of my top scents if you're asking for soap. The other top scent is this, the Twilight Rose. if you're wondering what are my vibes when it comes to soaps or scents in general, when it comes to Bath & Body Works, these are some of my top 3, period. I absolutely love these. If we're talking about formulation, I definitely do personally prefer the gel hand soap texture and formulation. My hands don't feel as stripped. I don't feel as though I have to reach for a lotion to moisturize my hands afterwards. With their normal foaming hand wash, I generally will reach for a lotion, which works out because I have a lotion near all of my hand cleaning stations in this apartment. But weirdly enough, this Twilight Rose, I don't find I feel as nearly as stripped as I do with generally any of the other kind of foaming washes. So take that as you will, but I have plenty of soap empties. More soap empties. Your girl cleans her hands. Going into skincare, I actually picked this up. I think this was just kind of, I need a filler moisturizer or cleanser because I did not feel like making a Yes Style order at the time. And usually I will go ahead and reach for like the Inky List or the Ordinary. I find that their products work well enough. Their drugstore are reasonably priced around the $10 mark or lower. Once you start to get into the serum, then that takes you to about the $20 mark. So either way, generally very, very affordable. And like I said, I think they generally do their job. Are they the creme of the crop? No, but they make sure that my skin is clean and or moisturized in a period of time where I don't have anything else available. I'm happy I got this and I used it. Now I have my Korean skincare products, so I'm even better. All right, let's do some more kind of shower care. Your girl loves a good scrub. I love a good scrub. I can't talk about a good scrub well enough. Unfortunately, because I love the scrubs so much, I am running out. And I have quite a few in this basket. I think I have another one that I'm almost done in my shower as well. Once again, top scents here, Cocoa Paradise, we just talked about this, but also Strawberry Snowflakes. These are all from Bath & Body Works. I highly recommend during the semi-annual sales stocking up because you can get these for about $2-ish, which is quite nice. And this is when I will personally stock up. I think right now I am down to like whatever is in my shower, which is obviously not much because it fits in my shower. So I think the summer semi-annual sale is coming up soon. I think, I don't really know. I've honestly been so clocked out of Bath & Body Works, I could not tell you. But I do definitely plan to stock up because my little shelf is getting real bare, and that's good, but it's also bad because then I don't have the products to use. You feel me? Apparently, I also had another huge mouthwash, same brand, different flavor. This one is Cool Mint. I think the other one was another form of mint. It had the green bottle. I don't really know. Like I said, I think this is a good formulation, a good product. Just testing out the taste of the different flavors to see which one is going to be my bread and butter. Going into a perfume, I don't finish perfumes very often, but I have made it a mission to always put a perfume on prior to work. I have perfumes at work, I have perfumes in my car. I just always want to smell my best because in my job, that can go downhill very quickly. So anyways, this one is the Replica Matcha Meditation. I absolutely adore this scent. For me, the notes that really pop out are vanilla and that matcha. There is something a little bit more earthy and kind of grounding than the matcha in this scent. I wouldn't go so far as to say that it's like sandalwood. It might be because this is a very creamy kind of scent. But this is definitely a scent that I could see me repurchasing. I'm not going to run to repurchase it. I have a lot of perfumes, so much so that Mama Bear actually just came up and she escaped from my apartment with 4 perfumes. And these are perfumes that I don't reach for. I don't clock. I didn't care. She said, if there's something that you don't want to use, give them to me. And I did. So that tells me that I have a ways to go prior to really picking up anything else. Hopefully I can keep that going even when I kind of revive my channel, because I'm notorious for saying I don't need anything and then I get back into filming and then I buy everything. But until then, I'm going to keep my little travel size. I do really like the replica travel sizes. And like I said, I do really like that scent. So I can see me repurchasing in the future. And then of course, refilling that for travel or just for easier use. I did finish a handful of brow pencils. This just happens to be the ABH Brow Wiz. I believe this is actually one in ebony. I usually go for ash brown. It doesn't really matter. They are both interchangeable. I just find the ebony, I have to have a lighter hand. Ash brown, not so much. I do really like this brow pencil. It's a classic. It's a staple. I'm sure I got this at the 21 Days of Beauty from Ulta. So I only paid about like $10.50, which is very, very nice. I do have a stash of brow pencils right now, so I'm pretty good on those. But maybe if another sale comes soon and I have the money, I'll get a little bit more, but I really don't need to keep like a huge supply. I don't really go through brow products that quickly. I think last time when I was really paying attention, I was doing project pans and I was wearing makeup even more frequently. I went through brow products about consistently with my foundations, and I used to go through foundations about one every 3 months. So take that in consideration and take that as you will. If you didn't see the video that hopefully I uploaded prior to this one, right now I'm not even wearing brow products when I go to work. I'm literally wearing nothing in my brows except for a brow gel. So that really tells you where my makeup is. And if you haven't seen that video, I will link it down below. That video, I kind of talk about where I've been, what I'm doing, XYZ. I prefer deodorants that don't have aluminum. I know for some people it just doesn't work for them. It works for me. So this just happens to be one at the time that I was using, Lumi. I am very unloyal when it comes to deodorants. I really could be so unbothered. It's not even funny. As far as the scent, I don't think it's anything to write home about. I think that just the product is nice. I have now a mini version of this that I have in various spots. It's nice. It's nice. Is it the most groundbreaking deodorant in life and I don't sweat ever when I put it on? No. No. But I like it. It works. We carry on. Something that honestly has been living in my possession for way too long. I think I've had this since like years, if not decades, because sometimes it actually moves with me. Sometimes it's been stuck in my parents' house. It's just been one of those products that I just never finish. And my closet here, it was very scented and not the best way when I got here. So I got in the routine of just like constantly spraying my perfume or spraying this Febreze in that room because it's a decent sized closet. It's let's call it a room. But now actually what I do is I have my perfumes housed in there, and so I will literally spray my perfume of the day while I'm in that closet. So I don't actually need to kind of repurchase this type of product, but I do like the application in which I used it, which was to refresh the closet. It doesn't have a vent to my knowledge, so there's really no airflow in there, so it can just be very stale. And yeah, it was not the move for me from the get-go. So I did go ahead and decide to use this. I'm very happy I got my use out of it. I may keep the packaging for a little bit longer, see if I can repurpose it, and or maybe I get Febreze again and I just use it somewhere else in my home. You know what? No, we're not going to keep stuff we don't need. I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of it. I don't need it, but it was the thought that counts. Apparently, I had another one of the Lumi deodorants. I probably got multiple at the same time that I picked up the product. This one was the Lavender Sage. Once again, I really couldn't tell you what the scent did for me. It probably didn't do much because I can't remember. But once again, the actual deodorant product was good, and yet another hand soap. I also have some shower gel. This one has spilled everything under the sun, so we're going to get through this very, very quickly. This is the Tree Hut Cocoa Colada scent. This is the foaming gel. I actually really do like the formulation of this. I think it's beautiful. It's a nice gel-like consistency. It foams up, which I appreciate. It cleans my body. That's all I really need. I love the scent. The scent was nice. It was limited edition. I'm sure you can't get it anymore. I'm not that pressed over shower gels to stockpile unless we're talking about Bath & Body Works. So I don't have a stockpile of that, but I'm okay with that. Another face cleanser that I finished was this La Roche-Posay cleanser. Have you guys seen that TikTok with the guy butchering the name of this? classic. Every time I try to say the name, immediately triggers that that TikTok. If you haven't seen it, look it up. Anyways though, it's good enough. I'm not a live or die on this. I won't sit here and say that it's worth the money because it was ghastly expensive, but I used it, I bought it, I'm done with it, you know. I also finished a Sun June Intense Barrier Cream. This is from Etude. I love K-Beauty, J-Beauty, Asian beauty skincare. I love it to death, and this was a good skin care product. I don't know if I necessarily saw it really helping to strengthen my skin barrier. I think overall I just have a really good routine right now where I can't say that one individual product really does a lot. I would say if I had to say one particular product that does really help my skin be its best every day, it is my light mask. I have a mask that I bought quite a few years ago now where I will put it on my face and I will let it go through its settings. I think it does like a 5-hour session where it just does light therapy, and I do 2 sessions. At my most, I try every day or kind of every night right before I go to sleep in the mornings. And I think that that has been the biggest game changer for me personally when it comes to my skin. So I highly recommend that if you can kind of invest in it. I really think that it will help you, but I do really enjoy my Asian skincare. I think that overall it helps to keep it up, especially in the meantime, because I am notorious for forgetting to put on that mask for weeks at a time. We got some more Bath and Body Works type products, so let's dive through some of those. I have 2 lotions. So one which is Fresh Jungle Rain. This had such a beautiful scent. So the scent notes here is Rain Kissed Palms, Amazon Dragon Fruit, and Misty Breeze. I actually used to pair this with a particular perfume. I can't think of it off the top of my head. I actually gave it was one of the perfumes I gave to my mom, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, honestly, since I've finished this, I never really reached for that. That was a perfume that I used to reach for a lot when it rained. I just felt like it really kind of came to life in that atmosphere and the vibes. And yeah, absolutely loved it. This smelled great. It was a great lotion. I do prefer these creams over the lotions from Bath and Body Works. Absolutely love them though. Another lotion that I went through was the Sleep one from Bath and Body Works. If you guys didn't know, I have a notoriously bad time at sleeping. It's just not, I'm not good at it. My body just never wants to sleep, and so that lotion helped kind of calm down my mind and my body to prepare for sleep. Absolutely loved it. Another Bath and Body Works product is this hand cream. This is my preferred kind of formulation. I really do like their dry hand relief. I will usually pick these up with the rewards. That way I'm for free. At least that's how my girl brain math works. It just works that way. Another hand cream formula that I like from Bath and Body Works is the Coco Shea. I do really like this formula, and I know it doesn't seem like it matters, but it does matter. I feel like these are the 2 formulas that really actually do moisturize your hands, and then when you get into the more scented hand creams, they're just there for the scents and the vibe. Another brow pencil that I went ahead and finished up is this LYS Brow Secure, and I'm not sure the name is actually on the brow pencil. Oh yeah, dark brown. It was a nice enough brow pencil. I did really like it. It was a very creamy formula, so if you're not into that, I definitely would not recommend it. It is something to get used to, especially if you're very much into like the ABH brow pencil, which is a more waxy formula, and you really have to kind of warm it up onto your skin and add some pressure. Also, weirdly enough, the spoolie is quite short, and I didn't realize that until now when I just finished looking at the ABH brow pencil spoolie. Not a huge difference, especially if you just use this to kind of brush the product through, but that is something of note. I do believe this was sent to me. Honestly, I had like random things sent to me from the brand. I honestly could not tell you. Either way, I would repurchase it. LYS is quite an affordable brand that is currently available at Sephora, at least the last time I checked. And so yeah, I do like it. I would repurchase, just I don't need any brow pencils right now. Talking about one of the oddballs out, because I really don't go through hair products, is this. So this is actually not what I finished. I finished this actual product like years ago, but basically I would refill this constantly with a product that would help to kind of soothe my skin when I had braids. I recently unfortunately had to take out my braids because my allergies flared up really badly, and I had to clean my hair. But I do love to always keep like some form of scalp cleansing spray in my repertoire, just in case I have braids, and it's just a lifesaver, at least personally for me. So in case you're somebody who likes to wear braids and you don't already have this in your repertoire, highly recommend just go to a beauty supply near your house. I'm sure they have something. It may not be this particular brand, but get you something for that scalp. All right, some more kind of one-off products that I've kind of already talked about, the formula and the vibes. Another body scrub from Bath and Body Works. This one happens to be Gingham. Gingham Vibrant. Ooh, goodness, that was rough. Oh my goodness. So the scent notes here is a wild blackberry, candied violets, and soft vanilla. I thought this was well enough. Honestly, I just picked it up because I wanted another scrub. I would not recommend this scent if you asked me. Another cream that I finished is the Leather and Brandy. I used to put this on at night, and this is like a men's scent, so it really doesn't actually have scent notes. I thought it was fine enough. Once again, it was a little too heavy on, I think, the leather or some form of oudy note that's in there, but I was able to get through it, and that's all that matters. Some makeup that I finished, I went ahead and kind of threw away or stated that I finished with this set, and this is the Juvia's Place Egypt lashes. These were some of my favorite lashes when I was wearing lashes constantly. I used to go back and forth between the Egypt and the Egypt Excels. These are great. I find that these are dupes for the, oh, what are the names? Sorry, for the Miami. These are very close to the Miami lashes. Absolutely love these, and I will continue to purchase them. I have a stash, so I don't need to purchase any lashes right now, but highly recommend. A full bottle perfume that I finished, and I'm very proud of myself for this. This is Ariana Grande's Cloud 2.0. I absolutely love this perfume. This was a perfume that I would get compliments on daily from coworkers, and I enjoyed it. I used it, I finished it. It's sad and all, but like, I'm happy I finished it, right? I definitely would repurchase this, and I'm vaguely remembering a YouTube video that I watched from Lauren Mae Beauty's fragrance channel where she stated that a perfume was this but more. I need to go back to that YouTube video to see what it was. I might try to grab it because I really do kind of miss this type of vibe for my perfume for work, but also I have so many, so like I don't need to rush to find that video and to find the perfume. Like, I don't need it. I want it, but I don't need it. Some more kind of fragrant items. I also finished this cologne mist. This was a sad finish. This was like a legitimate sad finish. This is the Vanilla and Palo Santo, once again from Bath and Body Works. This was from their like unisex line, and I feel like unfortunately this line did not really get all that much traction, but this scent was it. So I'm so sad. I'm happy I finished it, but I'm sad that I finished it because I can't use it. But this was what I would use. I would douse myself and my bed in it. Oh my gosh, such great sleep. Great sleep. Another scent that I used in the very same vein to that is this one, and it's called Cozy Evening. You can't even see the name anymore because it's worn off. I used the bejesus out of this. Oh, and this had scent notes of lavender blooms, fresh freesia, and cozy musk. So I am notorious for dousing myself in my bed with a scent right when I get in or right after I get out the shower, so it can kind of really envelop into the sheets. It really helps me in a part of my night routine just to fall asleep, especially in this time and age where I'm sleeping when people are actually awake. So I really need something to help my body kind of wind down. Did you think we were done? We still have plenty of empties left. I really hope you got a snack. I'll try to speed it up through some things that are like duplicates again, but like your girl got to give the people what they ask for, and the people love empties. So I also have even more soap empties. I think we're finally done with hand soap empties. These are both the strawberry snowflake gel formula. As I said at the beginning, I highly recommend the gel over the foam, but like it's also about the scent at the end of the day, and if the scent wins, the scent wins. Let's do some more hand care. I also have some more lotions. These once again are things that like I keep near all the cleaning stations or sinks in my apartment. I also keep them at work. I keep them in bags. So I do actually go through these hand creams quite often, which is why I get them as the rewards at Bath & Body Works. The restorative is fine. It has like a sweet kind of citrusy scent. Not a favorite. I did really like the rose. This is actually a great scent. Not as restorative in general as the other two hand cream formulas that I talked about at the beginning of this empties, but I do enjoy the scent here. I don't save these very often, but I have about like 5 or 6 wallflower plugins in my apartment throughout the various rooms. So I go through an obscene amount of these. I'm actually very low on wall plugins right now. Another reason why I am hoping that there is a Bath & Body Works semi-annual sale around the corner. And I think there is, so I will restock on those, because once again, that's something that I'm actively using daily, whether I'm recording, whether I'm whatever. I always have a plug-in going in, at least one in every room in this apartment, just to keep the apartment smelling nice and to your girl's standard. Let's go into another perfume. Once again, I'm so proud of myself. Honestly, I can't tell you the last time I've been through so many perfumes, whether travel size or full size, but I have been working on my products. So this is the Jo Malone Wood Sage and Sea Salt. Now this is very much a skin scent. You really don't smell much. It is very much a light musky scent with like a splash of salt in there. I really do enjoy this scent. Is this one that I think I could not live without? No, which is why I went ahead and kind of targeted it at first. This once again was a work scent. Absolutely love it though, and hopefully soon I can get through my current work scent, because I'm already excited to kind of work on another scent soon. Let's keep the ball rolling with the perfumes. I see another one, so let's just talk about it. And this is the Ellis Brooklyn Sunfruit. Now, I was actually very excited for this scent. At this point, I was very much into the niche kind of perfume world. I was very excited about Ellis Brooklyn. And I don't want to say this was kind of the downfall for me, but this was one of the first perfumes where it went downhill for me. After this was the Milk scent. Good night. I did not like that scent. But anyways, this was just a very generic scent to me overall. Yeah, the scent notes might have been interesting and unique for the brand, but the actual scent to my nose was something that I could have said I already had, and I had already smelled it. And so it was quite disappointing. I'm not going to go ahead and keep that travel size. I will just go ahead and trash it. But I finished it, and that's all that matters. Some skincare that I was able to get through. I got through a sunscreen from B Lab. This was their Matcha Hydrating Real Sunscreen. Actually really enjoyed it. It did not give me a white cast at all. I believe this has, 50% SPF, and this is a physical SPF. I tend to get a lot of physical SPFs from YesStyle. If I go for a mineral SPF, I usually will try to do a American-based brand, because I find that their level or their kind of criteria for it to be kind of black girl approved is higher than an Asian brand. Asian brands, I would strongly recommend sticking with a physical SPF. That's a chemical based, so the barrier in which it is a physical based, you just know that it's going to work better for your skin if you are melanated. I also got a body lotion from them. I have been having some hyperpigmentation, and I figured I would try it. It actually did work. It was quite liquidy, and that threw me off a lot, and it also dried in extremely quickly. Other than that, I actually liked it. Would I repurchase it? Yeah, maybe. I don't think that it kind of eradicated the hyperpigmentation, but it worked for the moments that I had it. Some additional skincare here. I have the Naturium gel cream. I vaguely want to say that they sent this to me, I think. And Glow Recipes Dewdrops. So this is actually a really nice cream. It is a gel paste, as the name suggests, so it is a thicker cream. I do find that it really does last and help to kind of control the oils of my combination oily natural normal skin. And yeah, I really do like it. As far as the niacinamide, honestly, I can take it or leave it. I'm not really pressed over that. I just like the formulation. As far as the glow drops, I actually did like them. I felt like they gave me a nice little glow. It kind of brought a little bit of life to my skin. The con on this is a kind of nuanced one, and it was that fact that I usually wipe my hands pretty much right after I apply every step of skincare. It's just a habit. I don't really like my hands to feel dirty, so I am like itching to wipe my hands off right now. There's so many products that have like melted and dropped and spilled in this basket, and it's driving me insane having my hands so dirty. But besides the point, every time I would wipe my hands off on my like designated towel, this stained the towel. So it was one of those things where when I was using this, I had to actively remember to wash my hands under water first and then dry my hands. Otherwise, I stained and kind of ruined a towel. So pretty much all the towels that I have associated with this bathroom are ruined with like a weird stain because of this. Is it a big deal? No, but it's something of note. Maybe you do white towels, or, well, I guess that would be easier because then you could just bleach it. But regardless, maybe that's really a downgrade or something that you just can't get past. So I wanted to make sure you guys knew. This was something that I got because it was really popular at one point to like slather on a petroleum-based jelly like product for fluffing, snuffing, snailing. I don't remember the skin. It was a term, something near there with an S. I don't know. Regardless, that was not the move for me, because going to sleep with all that crap on my face, I couldn't. But the use I found this in was applying it to my heels of my feet at night. So right before I get into bed, I always pretty much have socks on. I like to be warm. I'm always pretty much cold lately. So what I would do is get a lob of this, put it on the back of both of my heels, and then go ahead and put my socks. And that helps to just keep my heels hydrated, moisturized, ready to potentially be exposed to the world and the environment if necessary. So is this the purpose of it? No, but I really did like it for the purpose. And funny enough, ever since I finished this, I have conveniently not used the product that I have in my nightstand for this purpose. I just don't like it as much. This was a very nice thick petroleum jelly, and it really felt like it moisturized my foot. If you did not know, your girl has pretty bad allergies. So I have Flonase. I tend to stick to just more generic allergy treatments. I've been through the road. I've been through it with allergists, and I'm just over it. So I just kind of deal with the allergic reactions when I have them, or the flare-ups when I have them. But otherwise, I'll just do some form of nose spray, some form of over-the-counter allergy pill, and your girl is happy. I'm pretty sure, yep, this is Vanilla Milk from Alice Brooklyn. Once again, the downfill was just kind of cemented with this product. This was the one that I got after that previous scent. Oh, I hated this. I sprayed this on furniture to get rid of it. I'm so unbothered by telling you guys that. I could not stand putting this on me. It smelled gross. It smelled like burning, churning milk. I could not handle it. I will never probably buy another thing, unfortunately, from the brand, because that really cemented my displeasure with them. This argan oil decided it did not want to survive to the next day, so I decided to use it up. So it's done. It's argan oil. It's a generic brand. I think I got it from a beauty supply. It's done. I go through a lot of hand sanitizer. I don't think nearly half of them make it into this bin. But once again, I get these little pocket sizes from Bath and Body Works. I usually will get them in some of my favorite scents. I have medical grade at my work, so in case I need it for that type of purpose, I will use those. But outside of that, I will use this like little cutesy one, and I do truly enjoy it. Kayali, The Wedding. Oh my gosh, does this smell good? It smells so good. I have this size and I also have full size. I will be keeping this bottle. I need to clean it up, but I will be repurposing that for when I want to leave my apartment with that, maybe for travel or whatever have you. Such a great scent. Absolutely love it. I think I've gotten a compliment or two with that one as well. Another body soap that I finished, like gel for the shower, is this Relaxing Midnight Sky. I do tend to go through my kind of night scents quicker than the day scents, mainly because I'm really not a day shower. I shower at night, and so I'm pretty sure I'm at the tail end of a night kind of gel actually right now. Another wallflower that is done, just to show proof of, you know, the umpteen wallflowers that I finished. I just kind of stopped putting them in here because I would have so many more empties if I did. Another body cream that I finished up is this Whipped Rose and Vanilla. Another fantastic scent. If memory serves me correctly, it was 2 semi-annual sales ago where this came back because this was a 90s scent, I do believe. And the scent notes here is crushed rose petals, coca flower, and whipped foam. Absolutely loved it. I don't think that the whipped foam part made it like gourmand. I think that it just gave it an airy scent that was a little bit sweet. A body scrub that I got somehow, some way. This happened to be in my shower. I just threw it in there and I would use it when I was like in between a scrub, and I just forgot to replace the scrub in my shower. This is from Peach and Lily. This is the KB Bump Boss. I don't think it particularly does well, but I finished it. So there is that. Another skincare moisturizer. This is from Bobbi Brown. This is the Vitamin Enriched Face Base. I can't distinctly remember why I bought this. I think this is one of those things where some YouTuber had said like this was great for people who have combination skin. You wouldn't think it because it's a very thick cream, but it is. And I did enjoy it. I like the fact that there was that vitamin C in it. I have gravitated towards vitamin C actually being in my night routine, not my day routine. But outside of that, I really do like this cream. Another hair product. Wow, I had 2 hair products in this Empties. This is Nature's Blessing. All of my hair products that I currently possess, moisturizer, and pretty much all of the shower gels, all of that donated to me from my mom. I am not one to pay attention to my hair. I just recently started paying attention to my scalp, and that's because my scalp is forcing me to. That's it. So I don't know what this is. I don't know how long it was in her possession, let alone mine. I just finally finished it, and that's all your girl knows. A decent cleansing balm is this one. This is the Clean It Zero, and this is their cleansing balm. I actually did like it. I love that it comes with like the little applicator and it has the little stopper. I always keep these little tops to ensure that my applicator is clean and I can always find it. That said, I do absolutely love the little Olay like squares that can do remove makeup. So that's my bread and butter now. These balms used to be, but the fact that I can just get a little square, clean my makeup off, that will forever probably be the way that I clean my makeup, at least in that first cleansing application. Sometimes I throw in my toothpaste, sometimes I don't. As of this, I have 2 that I was able to throw in here. Remember, I only exclusively use this toothpaste. Even when I travel, I have travel sizes of this toothpaste. This is the Arm & Hammer Advanced White. I don't know. When I was really young, I found this and I thought, sure, it'll whiten my teeth without having to do like the actual whiteners, because I am notoriously bad at those. I don't know how you can be bad at them, but like I found a way. Every time I put them on, they get gooky and they fall off my teeth, and it's just pointless. Even though they have the little grippers, my teeth reject those things. So I figured I would just whiten my teeth every day when I brush my teeth. I've gotten so used to it. It's a very acquired taste, so be wary of that. But once you get used to it, you can't go back to like normal toothpaste, because normal toothpaste is actually quite sweet. weirdly enough. I think this is finally my last cream, and this is the blush cardamom. This was one of the creams that I used to get through some of those perfumes. Absolutely, once again, a great scent. This is sweet raspberry, sugar dipped violet, and warm amber. Absolutely love this scent. Once again, this would be an easy scent that I could repurchase. I do have quite a lot of creams, so I am trying to keep it in the moment where I do not repurchase creams and just repurchase the essentials, but great. I do have another wallflower, once again, just to signify that I use them a lot. I do have another full-size perfume, which, like I said, I think this is the most. I have two more. I have two more full-size perfumes that I have finished in this year's worth of time. That's wild to me. Anyways, this is the Marc Jacobs Daisy Ever So Fresh. I believe I bought this from a third party, from like Poshmark or Mercari or something. I thought this was going to be better than it was. It was a nice airy scent, perfect for summer. It was fine. That's why I finished it. One that I actually did not like, once again, this was like a furniture perfume for me. This was the Skylar Honeysuckle Dream. There was just something about this. The honeysuckle started to get very, very irritating. I think there's another white floral in here that really irritated my nose towards the end of owning this, and I just could not put it on my body. So I started to spray my furniture, like my couch and the chairs in my living room, places that I wasn't on every day but like could use a refresh. And so that's how I finished her up. And then I finished this baby up at work. This was a work perfume, and this is the Flower Bomb Ruby Orchid. I absolutely loved this scent. This was a go-to scent for me. I would douse myself in this and still feel like it was not enough because it was so, so good. It's so rich, decadent. It is a beautiful scent. I think, honestly, a normal person would wear this for like date night. This is definitely giving mysterious, sexy, va-va-boom. When I love a perfume, I'm going to wear it whenever, especially because your girl doesn't go on dates. So I gotta wear it whenever, and I usually leave to go to work, so that's my whenever. It looks like I have two more deodorants in here. These are both Schmidt's. Once again, I told you, I'm not loyal deodorant wise. As long as it is a non-aluminum based, I'll reach for it. So I have the lavender and sage and the vanilla and oat milk. I will say between the two, the lavender and sage has more scent. The vanilla oat milk is pretty much a dull girl, but they both get the job done per usual, so it works. Alrighty, we got some more skincare. We're almost done. We're like down to like 10 products. So I have another sunscreen. This one is from Elixir, and this is their hyaluronic acid watery sun gel, and this is once again SPF 50. Another really good SPF, once again a physical SPF that I get from Yes Style. I really did like it. It is a little runny, but other than that, it's nice. It applies with all of my moisturizers. It'll apply under foundation, all of that jazz. I've never had an issue with that. One of my favorite moisturizers that I found from Yes Style is this one from Purito. This is their Deep Sea Pure Water Cream. I just felt like my skin got like a drink of water every time I would apply this to my face. It is a thicker cream, more like a gel type of consistency in my opinion, even though it does not classify itself particularly as a gel. But I just felt like it was such a beautiful, beautiful formulation. This is easily something that I would repurchase. I didn't in my last order that I just made, but I just love trying different brands, different products from Yes Style, that it takes me a little while to get back to the old favorites, but definitely something I can see me repurchasing soon. A lip product that I finished from One Thing. This is their moisturizing lip essence. If you know me, I got pretty used to buying this on repeat every time I made a Yes Style order. This is such a nice kind of treatment type item, but this is something that you can use daily. It's not something that you have to use only for certain occasions. And when I say daily, I mean like this is something like that would be in a purse and I would reach for it at the moment that my lips felt dry. I really, really like this product. Once again, one of those products that I think I can always reach for. I can't distinctly remember if this product has any form of SPF or anything like that, but a really fantastic product, and I was able to finish one out of the many that I have floating around here. They're all in various purses, bags, stuff like that. Another kind of scrub that I was able to finish is this Tula Skin So Sugar Plum Sugar Scrub. So this I use specifically for my face. I couldn't tell you what the purpose was for it, but I liked it for my face and it was really, really nice. I don't really have a lot of like face scrubbers. I'll usually do more of a chemical scrub than a physical scrub. It just kind of depends on your bread and butter, what you want to do and how consistently you want to be on it. But I did really like this, and I believe I got like the trio or the 5-pack or something. I just never went back to repurchase from the brand because honestly Tula skincare is quite expensive, but I do like the product, so there is that. Let's see, I have a lash glue that I finished up. This is from House of Lashes. This was recommended from a YouTuber to me. I want to say it was Victoria J, who literally commented on one of my videos saying to get this lash glue, and I did, and I've not gone back on that. I believe it was her. I have the clear version. I really do like it. Like I said, I haven't put on lashes in quite some time, but that is my lash glue of life. I also have another sample that I finished. This is the Atelier Cologne Bohemian Orange Blossom. I was delaying using this because they actually pulled out of the US and they were no longer being sold. Honestly, it didn't matter. I don't actually particularly love this scent, so I went ahead and finished her up really quickly. It took me like maybe a week to get through this. There was not much product in this. A mascara that I finished up is from Half Magic. This is the Electro Extreme Lengthening Mascara. I don't know if I would say that this is a love, and this was kind of a finisher upper because it was like past the 3-month period, really, if we're being honest. It's fine. It's fine. I would rather just go to my like drugstore favorites over buying this, and I think this is somewhere around the $20 mark. So for me, that tells me it's not something I'd recommend. I tell you to skip. I also went ahead and finished this contour product. I believe I was actually using this as a bronzer, so just keep that in mind. This is in deep bronze, and yeah, I have a unique undertone situation going on, so I'm pretty sure I was using this as a bronzer, and I thought this was fine. Once again, this is one of those poofy type products. I'm not a huge fan of those products, so I just finished it to finish it. I would not recommend. What is this? I think this is a Merit product. Oh, this is the Merit Brow Gel. This is the colored one. I believe I have this in brown. Yes, I do. I know that the brand sent this to me. This is not my favorite brow gel. I find that this has absolutely no hold. And if you want your eyebrows to look very minimal, that could be what you're looking for. For me, I wanted to have even some hold. Even today, where I've only put a brow gel in my brows, no pigment, no brow pencil, no nothing, I still want some form of hold there. And so for me, this was just never a love, and so I'm happy I finished it, but I'm happy I finished it. You feel me? And then the last thing is something that I'm really proud of. This is definitely going to be a repurchase at some point. Honestly, this could be a repurchase right now because I know the consistency, I know the texture, and I know the opacity. And this is the Juvia's Place I Am Magic Natural Radiance Foundation. This to me gives medium to high medium coverage. It's absolutely flawless. I love the shade match here. This is in the shade Legos. Absolute one of my favorite foundations after I really started to dig into them. Really highly recommend. Highly recommend. And this is drugstore, so I think your girl is under like $10, I'm hoping, if not $20, which is not a bad deal. So yeah, this may be another product that I put into like my Ulta cart and click purchase. But that was a whirlwind of Empties. My trash can is completely full now, so I get the joy of having to dump it again. But I hope that as I took the time to really review and talk about my opinions on each item, that was truly, truly helpful for you guys. I'm not gonna hold you up. I'm not gonna link everything down below. But if you really want a link from me to support me, if you just comment what you want linked, I will link it for you, girl. I don't really have much makeup on, but I will do my absolute best to link everything that is on my face today, which is like a ripe, like 3 items. But other than that, I'm so happy if you were able to finish to the end. If you did, let's do some eggplant emojis in the comments, you know? If not, that's okay too. I completely understand. I can only imagine how long this video is, because I'm pretty sure I had to stop and start filming like 3 times. So that's about 50-ish minutes probably. But with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I cannot wait to continue filming, giving you guys new content, new vibes, new me. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next one. Hopefully that's soon. Bye guys.